Welcome to the outdoor edition of Brooks, False Babes, and Bows Weekly Topics Week 3. Y'all, it's way too pretty to be inside today. So I am, semi-outside. I'm under my deck at home, enjoying this blessed life that I live, thanks to Plexus and Plexus Freedom. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about the topics that you've commented on. But before I do that, y'all, it's super, super, super important. I'm going to go over some back office things, but I really, really, really want you all to check your downlines, backup orders, and make sure that they have gone through. If their auto ship date says the 22nd, and you have not, or they still have a 0 there, it hasn't gone through. And if they're blue, this is blue ones that haven't gone through. You might want to check their backup order and make sure that it's not an entered, because that just means it's a credit card problem. No, it's a super, super, super easy fix. Have them call customer service and verify their address. Once they do that, it'll go through and all is well. Each of your ambassadors total up to about $10 to $12 for you. So we really want you to get the most out of your pay point. So make sure you're doing this, because it does equate to dollars for you. If you have any questions about that, please message me, and we will go through your back office together, and we will talk about those ambassadors that maybe need you to call in, or them to call in, or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of things today. Preferred versus wholesale. I had some talk about that. Balancing PV, managing your team, things like that. I'm going to talk to you about fence sitters. A lot of you wanted to know about follow-up and, what to tell people if they say, hey, this is too expensive, and things like that. And I'm also going to go over back office for you. I'm going to share my screen, talk to you about how I use the back office and how it is important. A lot of you want to know about PV, OV, primary leg, points, and all that good stuff. We will go over that as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you about is the 3 ways to purchase, which is retail, preferred, which are going to be as a customer, and then wholesale, which is an ambassador. Okay, how do you know who to guide towards preferred and retail versus who to guide towards wholesale? And I can remember, guys, when I first started out, I would ask a million people that question and nobody could answer it for me. And I totally understand why. It is a very not difficult, but it is a very case-by-case scenario. And there's kind of a couple of things that could trickle into your head when you start thinking about and talking to that specific person, because it is so case-by-case. So a couple of things I want you to think about. Number 1, first and foremost, find out what they're interested in ordering, and they will kind of convey their budget, what they're interested in, and that type thing. If they are not interested in the business part of it at all, like zero, zilch, I'm not going to sell, never will sell, and they say, I only have the budget to maybe buy $50 to $60, $75 worth every month. Those people do not need to be ambassadors at all. Wholesale, no. In order for an ambassador to count for you, they need to have a consistent order of $100 or be working the business and have customers that replace that $100. Until they get to $100, they're not going to count for you. So if you have someone that is ordering wholesale that is only ordering $70 worth, y'all, that doesn't count for you at all. You don't get points for that person. You don't get their PV. So it's really pointless. So I really want you to look at your back office and see if there are people that have backup orders set for, $50, $60, $70, and look at that and understand that you're not getting anything from them. So you need to go through and kind of talk to them maybe about different products, but talk about different products. Hey, let's talk about Edge. You interested in trying that out this month? What do you think about, more energy, things like that? And just offer up different products to them as you check in on them and get them over 100 so they will count for you. But, other than that, really, I would suggest wholesale for everybody. Who doesn't want the option of the cheapest price? And I say this over and over and over. Customers are short-term money. It's good money. It's more money than you made and before you had them, but customers are short-term money. Customers are going to come and go. That's just the natural part of this business. They're not going to stay with you, for 5 years. They're going to come and go. And so you could have 30 customers today and then drop off to, 5 customers in 5 months. So, and see how your business will fluctuate there. Whereas if you have the wholesale base and you have ambassadors, and the big thing is you are adding more than you're losing, your business is going to take off, and it's going to take off tremendously. And that is where the long-term big money is in ambassadors. I have over 1,000 ambassadors, and I would say a good 600 of those are wholesale customers that just continue to buy, and we keep, if some drop off, we replace more than we lose. So, that's how the business part, that's how the big money is, guys. So I would always suggest, if anyone is contemplating at all wholesale, that is what they do. So there's just going to be some people that say, I don't want to use my social security number. I don't want to be in this business at all. Like, I'm just leery of the information. Then they can do preferred. And, if they get to liking the products and they say, you know what, maybe I do want the cheapest price, then you can always upgrade them. But managing and balancing, I would say make sure you keep the 80-20 rule. You always want to focus 80% on your team and your customers. Make sure you're spending the majority of your time, 80% of your time following up, adding, posting, posting on your team page, just communicating with the people that you've signed up to make sure that they are happy and satisfied. 20% of your time needs to be spent on your personal business, because let's be real, guys, your business is not going to take off and explode unless you are adding. Point blank, period, the end. And that comes with posting, cold messaging, things like that. So you can see that the 80-20, that's a big difference. So you really want to, spend that 20% of your time definitely every single day, but you want to spend a lot of time as well on management of your team and your customers. Okay, when you reach out and you have fence sitters that you just can't get them over the edge, you're just like, ugh. I would suggest tailoring posts to them. Let's say you've talked to them back and forth, and you know that they have told you that they've had trouble, they're real tired, they don't have motivation, maybe they're have baby weight they want to lose or something like that. I would make sure that you post at least once a day about, edge or boost, how you can have the energy to go work out and, things like that. But the big thing is I think they need to see that from you. They need to see you are working out. They need to see that you, take a picture with your boost and say, this gives me the energy to go work out. Jessica Moore has had some great posts here recently of her working out and, holding boost, showing off those hot guns she's got. But really just kind of get involved, let them see that you're not just filtering through the information, that you're actually living Plexus. And I think the more that they can see that, the more apt they are to believe you, because that's a big part of it. We all know that. And maybe jump over. So stay personal. Whatever you're posting about, make sure you are doing as well. If you're posting about probiotics with your health, talk about your health. Have you been sick lately? Is that different from the past? So fence sitters are going to require a little bit more strategy, if you will. And you can always take those posts after you post them and private message to them. Hey, just wanted to show you that, I know you've been sick lately. Check out what probiotics can do for you. That's a good way to follow up, kind of draw their attention to your post. And that's not coming across, desperate or anything like that. It's just saying, hey, did you see this? Did you see what I just posted? So I hope that kind of helps. The whole too expensive thing, y'all, that to me, if you have somebody that says, look, that's too expensive for me, and they can't continue down, the road of buying these supplements for themselves, there's one solution to that, and that one solution is mention the business to them. Mention working the business. Mention the aspect that if they decide to sign on and work the business, and they get one customer, that replaces their backup order for the next month. So let's say somebody joined you today and they got a customer October the 1st. Their October backup order is not going to go through. That's not a charge. This is almost like a free business for them. So, save the money, come up with the money to invest in your health for 1 month, work the business, let me train you. This is what you're saying to them. Let me train you. Let me give you the tools that you need to work this business. Let's see how the business goes for a month. Let's see if you can get any commission off of this. Let's see if you can get 3 ambassadors and get a $100 bonus. Once that bonus money comes in, we'll order you more products. So, that's what I would do. I would talk through how safe this business is, how awesome this business is. Just like I said in the last video, let them hear the safety features of this business, maybe through a voice text or something. And then right after that, go into the spiel about working the business and how they can get one customer and their backup order is replaced as long as it's under conditional. So if you need more information about that or how to talk through people, but I think that's, let me know. I think that's a perfect way to deal with it's too expensive. Because let's be real, it was too expensive for me too. But I knew, hey, I can do this business and I can replace, I can do some things, shuffle some things around and get my products paid for. Okay, and then, of course, like I said, the follow-up and the not sounding too desperate, I would try once, maybe at the end of the month. If you haven't already followed up with the whole posting something tailored to them and send them the message that says, hey, did you see this? Just want to remind you what Plexus can do for you. That's a good way to follow up. But if not, I know sometimes I do, hey, it's the end of the month. I just wanted to bring back up Plexus and just see, if you're interested in this, if this is something that you're wanting to explore. Something simple and easy like that. But I definitely like the post tailored and then send it to them. Okay, let's talk about back office. Before I show you what I do on my back office, I do want to talk to you about the specific parts of this business, and I'm going to show you where they all come from here in just a second. PV. Okay, so if you do have customers, make sure you understand that PV only comes from retail or preferred. You do not get anyone's PV from your ambassadors. We'll talk about OV in just a second. But if you have somebody that signs up that buys the Triplex Welcome Pack for $99, you don't get that at all in your PV. Okay, PV only comes from retail or preferred. Once they join as ambassador, they take on their own volume. Okay. So as these retail or preferred ambassadors buy from you, the first 100 of anything that you sell goes back to the company. So if you have, $600 in PV, you're going to be looking at $500 getting paid on. Now, if you have $500 in PV, you're still going to be on that bracket of 25% because if you've got between 100 and 499, you're going to get paid 15% of that. But if you have from 500 above, you're going to get paid 25% of that. And I get asked all the time, well, what if I have $500 and the first 100 goes back to the company? Am I getting 15% or am I getting 25%? And you are going to get 25% of that because you hit that $500 mark. So make sure that you understand that whatever your PV is, I want you to subtract 100 from that because it does go back to the company. And then you can either multiply it by 0.25, and that will be your commission if you're above 500, or 0.15, and that's what you'll get just from commission. Now, that doesn't include your preferred customer bonuses that, if you sell Triplex to someone, you're going to get a $20 bonus from that. If you sell 5 Triplex combos in a month preferred, you're going to get a $100 preferred cash bonus on that commission check. That's huge, okay? So that's your PV. Let's talk about OV. OV is your organizational volume, okay? Now, OV, I need you to hear this because we talk a lot about the fact that you're going to get commission on your level 1's PV. So if they are a level 1 to you, you're going to get 5% commission from all of your level 1's PV. So let's say you have 3 level 1s. This one has $1,000. This one has $200. This one has, $600. Okay, subtract 100 from all of those. Those are all your level one. Subtract 100 from them, and you can multiply that by 0.05, and that's what you're going to get commission off of that too. Now, a lot of people think, oh, well, I'm going to get 5% off of my OV. Your OV is not just your level ones. Your OV is your entire organization. So make sure that you realize that you're not getting paid 5% from that OV number. That OV just shows you what your team is selling. That's really all that number is there for. You don't really use it at all in your commission breakup. So, but you do get, like I said, 15% of your volume if it's below 500, 25% if it's above, and then 5% of all of your level ones, their volume. So make sure you realize that. Okay, so points. I think the reason why people are so confused about points early on is because going silver is completely different than going gold. Silver, you just have to have that 3 welcome packs. You used to have backup order steps. You don't even have to have that anymore. And then when you go gold, it's based off of 100 points. And you are assigned a points for an ambassador if they go 100 or above. And that's what I was talking to you earlier about. If someone doesn't purchase if they only purchase $70 worth and they don't get up to that 100, you don't get points for them. So realistically, you need 20 ambassadors to go gold. Now that's 1 through 3s because you get 5 points for them. 20 times 5 is 100. Let's say you have 20 ambassadors and 19 of those have $100 plus, and then that 20th ambassador only has $60 in volume. You don't get anything from them. You don't get those 5 points for them to be able to go gold. So really encourage and really try to put people in the right place and really focus on looking at your reports, which we're going to talk about in just a second, and getting your ambassadors backup orders to 100. That's where you start making money. But as you get closer to gold, as you get about, I would say, 10 to 15 ambassadors, we can do a bigger, more in-depth breakup of how to get those points to add up to 100, which is what you need to go gold. And then we can kind of strategize a little bit more closer there. Don't hesitate to message me. I'll probably be messaging you when you get close anyway. Okay, primary leg. A couple of you have messaged or have mentioned that you want to know what's this primary leg thing and what's going on. So I've drawn a little diagram for you. Okay. Here's my fancy drawing. Okay, so this is just kind of, I just kind of drew it really fast. So this is you, and suppose that you have 3 ambassadors as your level ones. These are the 3 people you've signed up right here, okay? Now, this person number 1 right here, they've taken off. They are a rock star. Yay, go this person, okay? However, you cannot continue to rank up until you have a certain amount outside of them. So let's say level 1, and let's say that you don't have these other 2 people right here, okay? If you sign a level 1 up and she has all of this, or he, then you still aren't going to be silver until you get these other 2 level 1s, okay? So these are going to be your outside leg, and this is your primary leg because this person has the most points, okay? Let's talk about gold. To go gold, you need 20 ambassadors. Now, I don't know how many circles I put on here. I just drew a bunch of this. Let's say this person right here has, 16 ambassadors. That's great. Or 17. Let's say they have 17. That's great. But you're not going to go gold until you've got 15 points outside of this person. So this person's worth 5, this person's worth 5, and this person's worth 5. So that is 15 points outside of this person. So if they have 17, 18, 19, 20, you're gold, okay? Let's say you just have one more person right here. First of all, well, actually, let's do this. Let's say you have your 3 level 1s and you went silver. Yay, go you. Let's say person 1 has signed up 20 people, okay? They've got 20 people. Yay, sounds like you're about to go gold. Unless you have 15 points on your on your outside leg, you're not going to go gold. So right now, and I'm covering this person up, acting like you don't have it. Right now, you only have 5, 10 on your outside leg. Okay, so that means that you either need to work to add another one to make 15. This person needs to work, or this person needs to work. And when we've got 3 more outside of this number 1 rock star right here, then we can go gold. So that's what outside and primary leg and all that, strong leg, all of those refer to. So just make sure that you understand that, you take the person that kind of has the most ambassadors and you take their whole downline and you separate them. And then it's kind of everyone else that you have makes up your outside leg, and all of those can total to whatever you need your outside leg points to be. So a lot of information. I realize that. I think that's all in my notes. If I happen to miss a topic, super sorry. We will cover that in next week's get together. So I hope you all are enjoying this, and I hope that it's helping you. I hope you feel the how much I want to communicate with you. So please, it takes 2 seconds to comment. If something pops up in your head and you're like, I don't know how to do that, find the post that I post that says week 3 topics, because I'm going to be posting that next, and quickly jot it down. And I will get to it and then watch the video, and it should be answered for you. Now, obviously, if you have something that you want to know right then and there, you can also message me and we will talk through it. But this is just kind of a way to do a broad overview. This is the teacher in me. The teacher in me says, if somebody has a question, then publicize it for everyone to see, because chances are someone else has that same question. So that's what I'm trying to do it in this format, just in case you're not the only one that had this question. So I hope this helps. I hope you all will kind of pull everything out that you need and completely feel comfortable and trained at the end of the day, because that's what this is all about. So be looking for week 3 topic post for you to comment on, and anytime something pops up, then just comment. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. I want to show you my back office really quick. Ugh, I'm about to close this meeting out without doing that. Hold on. I'm going to pull up my back office really quick. Okay, so here's my back office. I really just kind of used my dashboard just to kind of, check on my PV, check on my points, that type thing, maybe look over here at new ambassadors. But what I really use, guys, is my detailed genealogy. And I want y'all to get familiar with your detailed genealogy, because I'm telling you, when I first signed up and got 2, 3 ambassadors, 4 ambassadors, I bet I checked this thing probably 10 times a day. Now, that's just me being psycho. A lot of people don't, but it's very, very helpful in managing your team, okay? And I hope Amanda doesn't mind me because she's on here. But the big thing I want you to look for is this auto ship date right here. And I want you to check and make sure that the auto ship date, if it's already passed, if it's the 19th, it's already passed. Make sure their PV is more than 0. And if it's not, then they've had an issue with their credit card, and those are the ones that need to call in and just say, hey, need to validate my address. Takes no time. Welcome PV, if they're green, guys, if they're brand new, like this person is right here, they're going to have a $100 in the welcome PV. That means they bought a welcome pack. Yay, go them. I also take a look at this points PV column, which is right here at the very end. Now, this is a new person, and she has $40 in PV. I shoot her a quick message if I'm her level 1. Amanda will do this, or Lisa, I believe, and say, hey, you've got $40 in PV. If you have $60 more, let's say from a customer or your own order, you'll be commission qualified, and you can get a check on October the 15th. And just kind of stay on top of that. So really just stay on top of their auto shipment. If they're new, I look at the points PV column to see if they've got any PV at all, and see if we can get them kind of active, because I'm telling you, if you can get a green line to get a check on the 15th of the next month, y'all, that's huge. That is really, really huge for them and for you as well. And also check their volume, their PV. I love giving shout outs. If you've got somebody new on your team and they're $500 or more and they've hit the $500 club, shoot them that quick message. Way to go. You are getting 25% commission. So that's kind of a good way to, follow up with your ambassadors and just really pour into them. Positive reinforcement is really, really, really big. So if you want to know more about the back office and the reports, let me know and we can go over them, or else I can send you a quick training on that. But anyway, all right, I'm done now. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and be sure to get your topics out for next